Hello soul friends, my name is Miriam. Welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is a romance pick a card reading for singles. If you're not single, there's another video for you with these same cards on my channel. But if you are single, no matter what your individual beliefs, tarot is either your spirit guides coming in to give you advice or your subconscious mind answering life's ponders. And no matter how you look at it, that is healthy and you are in the right place. Today's pick a card again is on romance. We have piles 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. We are using all kinds of different decks today, so I'm going to introduce you to those and zoom out and see. This particular deck is going to be one card for each of you, no matter which one you pick, or if you pick more than one pile, feel free to do so. But these are called Fairy Tale Tarot Deck. There's information on that. This was a GoFundMe or Kickstarter that I got these from. They came with this cute little velvety bag. There you go. We also have the other tarot cards that I will be using throughout the readings. And these are called the Starman Tarot. I got these on Amazon. I got this oracle deck on Etsy. It's called the Primrose and Prose Oracle Deck. All the oracle decks and tarot decks will be used in any of the piles that you pick. I also have During Virtues, Romance, Angels, Oracle cards. Then we have Crazy Sexy Love Notes. I'll also be drawing from Whispers of Love. And then I'll also be drawing from Therapests. And this beautiful deck, Vintage Wisdom Oracle. With the exception of the Kickstarter GoFundMe deck and the deck I got on Etsy, all of these I got on Amazon, I believe. Okay, so piles 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm not sure of all the names on these heart-shaped stones here, but this one is Howlite. They didn't come labeled, so pile 1 has Howlite for sure. Pile 2, I apologize for not knowing what this beautiful stone is, but here it is up close. Pile 3, this is either just regular quartz or snow quartz. And pile 4, I have no idea what this is, but it is beautiful. Possibly some type of agate. But don't quote me on that. All right, go ahead and pause the video if you need to concentrate. I will see you in your individual readings. There are timestamps listed in the description box below. Bye. Hello, pile 1, and if this is the pile you picked, here is your power card from the Fairy Tale Tarot deck. Ooh, Ace of Cups, very nice. So the Ace of Cups is all about abundance, a beautiful beginning, you know, my cup runneth over kind of energy. So very positive stuff. Pile 1. Let's, this will stay right there. Ew, it does. Very nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab our other tarot deck from the Starman Tarot. And these decks are, this deck is a little bit long. so I will do my best not to make a mess while I shuffle it. I need about 4 tarot cards for pile 1 singles, pile 1 singles. Oh, there they are. All right, so first off, we have the Death card reversed. I'll go ahead and flip that around so you can see the artwork. We have the 7 of Wands in the upright position. The 5 of Swords reversed. And we have the Hanged Man also in the reverse position. I'm just going to move these up because we've got a ton of oracle decks to go through. Okay, so the type of energy that I am picking up here, pile 1, is you're feeling a stagnation. I'm feeling that maybe some of you have been single for a while and that it bothers you to be single. I also see this perception of being at odds with others in a particular way. And since this is a romantic reading, I think for some of you it's being at odds with the general dating pool that you've been in. Maybe you've had like you've been dating, you've had several prospects that ended up being terrible, and you wished you had never bothered in the first place. Some serious, maybe some not. I'm also seeing that for some of you, this could be pressure, outside pressure from society or from groups in your life that are saying, hey, what's the holdup? You need to be in a relationship. What are you holding back for, etc., and so forth. With the 5 of Swords, I'm also seeing this this feeling of wasting time, that maybe you feel like it's a waste of time to date anymore, that you feel like the dating that you've done up to this point was a waste of time. But either way, you feel at odds with the whole situation, to the point of maybe even in this lifetime, romance may not be for you, is what I'm picking up from some of you in pile 1. I also have the Hanged Man in reverse. The Hanged Man in the upright position is all about looking at things from a different perspective, or needing to look at things from a different perspective. I feel like in this particular case, this is how you're seeing things, and your position is fixed about how you're willing to look at this situation. And I'm not going to fault you for that, because it seems like, and I'll get some more cards drawn so that we know for sure, but it seems like your energy is that you have enough as is. And the reason why you're still single is because of this constant headache or constant disappointment from others. All right, so let me draw some more cards to get some more energy from you. This is the Primrose and Prose Oracle deck. This is a beautiful deck of cards. Ooh. Innocence. Dreamer. Let's look at that a little bit. My cat Luna is right up here staring at these cards like she really wants to come down here. Here she comes. If she does, though, we take that as a sign of good luck around here. Oh, no, she went into her little kitty cat bed. So she's not going to interfere with how this reading comes out, making room here for one more of these pretty little cards. Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio energy is what I'm picking up for this pile, and that's also what I'm picking up is this very guarded, excuse me, a very guarded energy from people in pile one. Some of you feel like you've been hurt before. I feel like some of you, though, have been single to the point that you've retained an innocence for yourself. That you really don't want to put yourself out there because of this not being sure of what to expect from the romantic world, if that makes sense. I also see this stagnation being a factor in some of your reading, some of you, that you have this ideal set up in your mind of what you think romance is supposed to be, and this dream idea, okay, and that's caused you not to get out there as much. This also could be a misunderstanding or a what am I trying to say? Like maybe some of you have had a hard time with somebody in the past or several somebodies in the past, and it's made you guarded and fixed, okay? And that's a lot of where I'm getting this Scorpio energy, is this like very guarded and fixed position of solitary life to the point of being innocent to the whole world of dating at this point. And you also have this dream ideal that maybe isn't necessarily akin to reality, but also this idea that they're all like that, like people that you've dated. Like maybe you've dated a lot of men and you're like, oh, they're all like that. All people are like that. All women are like that. Or if you date both, you know, all people are just garbage. You know, I just don't have time for any of them. To the point where you've kind of been single for a long while and it feels like it's enough for you right now. And you'd rather sit and wait for your dream person, as opposed to put yourself out there and get hurt by the wrong people. May not be the wrong way to go, pile one. So let's get some of these Whispers of Love Oracle cards. These are also some large cards. Romance information for singles, pile one. Appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Okay, let's find another. Ooh. Get to know each other. Learn to meet each other. Oh, learn to meet another's need for love. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting a very strong give this a chance kind of vibe. We have 44 and 33, so keep an idea or keep in mind those numbers. Look for them for signs. Your guides always give numbers out as signs, or your mind might pick them out to affirm that you're in the right place. Okay. So with these two cards, I'm seeing that despite the fact that you're very, very single and been single for a while, I see prospects are always abundant and around for you, pile one. That you're single, but a lot of people are happy that you are because they'd like to give it a shot with you, if that makes any sense. Okay. But because you are so set in your ways, you don't have any intention of really putting yourself out there too much. At least at this point, that's the energy that I'm reading. But your guides are kind of putting out there that it is time to kind of maybe not commit to somebody right now, but allow yourself to get to know that special someone, if there is a special someone for some of you. Okay, and I'm picking that up from your guides. Let's go ahead and pull some crazy, sexy love notes. This is the name of this deck by Chris Carr. These are fun little pictures with words on the backs of them. So we'll probably just need one of these for pile one. Oh my, look at this one that just popped up. So we have choose love. If you're struggling with an obstacle of conflict, choose a path of love. Suffering, doubt, and frustration all transform in the presence of love. So show your love courageously. Show your love openly. Show your love with no strings attached. It's safe to give and receive love. In fact, if you have a hard time with self-love, start outside yourself and work your way in. Showing love to others can be a gateway for loving yourself. Okay, pile one. So I'm seeing a definite message from your guides that it is definitely time to put yourself out there, to start choosing love, to start trusting, okay? And that might not be as easy for some of you as others. Let's look and see what Therapets has to say. And I'm going to hold these this way to shuffle because these cards are on the larger side. Pile one, here we go. All right, your Therapets card says, with every challenge you meet, gain experience. Every day you're leveling up. Okay, so with this card in particular, pile one, I am sensing that your guides are saying it is time to get out there, that you have had hard experiences, but that these experiences have only served to make you a smarter person and make you safer in this world of romance. Okay, so that being said, oof, let me slide these up a little bit further. I have a cat that's about to destroy everything we've built. Pile one. Here she comes. So here's your luck for the day, pile one. Lily has come to say hi. Oof. And she's knocking stuff over and just being a terror like she generally is. Here she comes. If I have to stop, I will. Pile one. Oh, there she goes. Okay. All right, pile one. So that's extra luck for you. You've had a 2 kitty walk by. So that being said, let's go ahead and pull some more oracle cards. Let's go ahead and get the Vintage Wisdom Oracle ones. Let's get one card out for pile one. Shadow Self. Okay, so yes, I'm also getting from your guides, pile one, that your guides are saying that in order to make relationships work, you need to embrace who you are, okay? So you need to appreciate opportunities to grow. You need to appreciate what's around you. You need to appreciate your own innocence, your own experiences, and your own aspirations and dreams while you're choosing love, okay? And that means accepting the parts of yourself that are darker, that you might not think are as appealing, okay, when looking for relationships. But your guides are telling you that it's time to move forward, that there's nothing wrong with you, and that when you find the right person, all of the dark parts of yourself also become just part of the whole package, okay? And you will find love regardless of your flaws, okay? Because it's not just about being, being perfect for somebody because you're perfect. It's about just being perfect for another imperfect person. All right, so let's pull some romance angel cards here. Let's get a few for pile one, please. I'm seeing a lot of prospects for these pile one folk, as far as most of you have more than one like available suitor in your life, which is maybe sometimes a headache for you. I'm going to go ahead and cut this deck. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one over here, pile one, because I feel like your guard being up is not necessarily a bad thing when it comes to some of these suitors in your life. Okay, let's see what else we got. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yes, okay. So again, your guides are saying keep an open mind about what you are looking for, because the perfect person for you isn't necessarily going to be the best looking person or even like what you consider to be your type. A lot of times it's an inner thing with someone, okay? Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay, so yeah, every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Learn to meet another's need for love. So again, you need to be learning from your experiences, okay? Not all experiences you have are going to be great, but not all of them are going to be a disaster either. So your guides want you to put yourself out there a little bit more, pile one, and worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, so don't force it. So yeah, what I'm seeing here, pile one, overall, is that your guides just want you to be open to the idea of finding someone. You have lots of options available to you. You know that some of them are better than others, right? And you've also been hurt before and you don't want to be hurt again. Your guides are telling me throughout this whole reading that they've got your back. You've learned what you need to learn to have the upper hand over your enemies. And regardless of what happens, okay, the Ace of Cups is like this wonderful beginning. And this is the overall energy that I'm getting for you, is that you don't have anything to worry about, pile one. Everything's going to play out exactly in the timing that it needs to. You don't have to worry about being hurt again because you have learned those lessons already. And so just open your heart. Maybe do some work on your heart chakra as well as your sacral chakra and your third eye chakra, because those will help with your relationships. The third eye chakra will help with you picking and seeing through any deceptions that are coming through from suitors. Your heart will be open to the right people, and your sacral chakra will be open to help you receive pleasure and just to let go and enjoy the abandon of romance. All right, that is what I'm picking up for pile number one. Please like and subscribe if you liked this reading. Let me know in the comments if this resonated for you. Also, give me ideas in the comments for future readings if you'd like other topics and other readings in the future. All right, soul friends, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile two singles. So if you picked pile two, this is going to be your reading. All for romance. All right, we have the moon for your overall energy. So the moon is all about using your intuition, but it's also about obscured or hidden things coming to light. Okay, it can also speak of deception. So what I'm seeing with this particular energy for pile number 2 singles is that those of you looking for love feel like you haven't seen the whole picture yet, or there's not enough information to really make a clear judgment call on any relationships at this time. I'm also feeling for some of you that your guides are saying that the answers that you're looking for when it comes to romance and relationships are going to come to light soon. Okay. And then I'm also getting a little bit of a hang up or a fear from some of you on being deceived by those with whom you choose to be involved romantically. Okay, so we'll put that right there, and then we'll get some more guidance for you with the Starman Tarot cards. I need about 4 of these for pile 1. We have the Princess of Cups. So the 5 of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see if we can get one more. Perfect. And the Sun. And the way I read tarot cards, folks, is whether or not the Sun is reverse or right side up, I see it as a good thing. So that's how I'm going to read it. And I hope you'll join me on that. Okay, so let's look at what we've got here for pile number 2. So with the Princess of Cups, okay, which is the Page of Cups in this deck, I'm seeing this this almost adolescent fixation on love. And I'm not saying that you're immature, those of you in pile 2. What I'm seeing is almost like this this idea of love that you've carried with you since your adolescence. So like maybe like a teenage heartbreak is something that some of you have gone through. I'm also seeing possibly that some of you carried on a relationship for a long time with someone you met back in your adolescence, and then that relationship has since come to an end, and that has made you the single cat that you are today. Okay, some of you. Others, I just see this idea of romance that you've carried with you since you were young, okay, and that hasn't changed. With the 5 of Swords, a lot of times 5 of Swords talks about a victory that you've sustained but at too great of a cost, okay? So what I'm seeing from some of you is that possibly that long-lived relationship that I saw for some of you that you carried on since your adolescence, the pain from that, you're glad you got out of that relationship, but there's also this pain that you still feel from it, that you carried with you since adolescence, okay? And some of you might be young that are tuning in right now, and that doesn't matter. This could be something that you're going through right now, okay, if you are in your adolescence at this time. And some of you, this could be something from your past. I'm also seeing with the Queen of Pentacles, a maturing on the part of you folk in pile 2, and this idea of balance and just working on yourself and being an independent person, okay, and just kind of building this whole life for yourself without romance involved, okay, and that has created this abundant and good life, okay. And with the Sun card being reversed, the way that I see it and the way that I read the Sun card, some people see it as feeling burnt out if you see it in the reverse, but I refuse to read this card as negative. So the way that I choose to read it is that if it comes out in the reverse, that even during your darkest days, okay, or the days where there's no sun, you're still going to have blessings showering down upon you, is the message that I get when I see the Sun in reverse. And so that's the message that your guides are bringing forth through me to you, or your mind speaking through me to you, is that even in your darkest times, you're still coming up sunny. Does that make sense, pile 2s? So that being said, I see that even if you stay single, you're going to be happy. And even if you find romance, you're going to be happy. But I am seeing this residual pain, either the adolescent people are going through right now that are tuning in right now, or older people who are carrying a hurt from their adolescence or from a time of innocence where they were very open and they were hurt in the process. And so now they feel good that they got out of that relationship, but very much guarded, okay, and very much ready to just do things on their own. All right, so that being said, with those tarot cards being spoken, let's go ahead and find some oracle cards for you. Woof, look at that, 2 already popped right out for you. So right off the bat, we have some Taurus energy and solitude. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm picking up here, pile 2, is that you are definitely sort of stubborn in this view that you've adopted in your life. I'm not getting so much that, and for some of you, there might be a Taurus connection. Some of you might be Taurus people, and some of you might have like some interest in someone who is a Taurus. This also could correspond with times of months. So like Taurus is around, I can't remember when Taurus is. I think it's around September, possibly. Don't quote me on that because I don't always know my signs very well. But what I'm getting more from the Taurus energy is this very stubborn, we have this little pit bull type dog, which, you know, like this lockjaw idea of you've already decided how you feel about romance and love, okay? And that you're committed to this idea of solitude at this time. Pile 2. So let's go ahead and get maybe one more card for you out of this deck, just because I think this deck is so beautiful. Maybe on a time frame or some just more clarification on where you are. This card bowed a little bit when I touched it. So let's go ahead and pick that. And we have eye, and there's a snake. Okay, so I'm picking up with this particular card, pile 2s, is that your guides are coming through saying that the solitude thing is working well, but they're saying that you're being stubborn, okay, in your solitude at this time, and that maybe it might be time, pile 2s, for you to get yourself out there and see if maybe there's some romance in the future. I mean, obviously, you looked up a reading on, or this reading called to you while you were flipping through YouTube. So obviously your guides are saying there's something going on with you in romance, and that maybe it's time to stop being stubborn and time to start broadening your horizons, getting out of solitude and looking around more and transforming, which is always the lesson I take from the snake, is this transformation, shedding of old skin, okay, and getting new. So let's take some Whispers of Love oracle cards, and let's try to get 2 for pile 2, please. Guides of pile 2. Can I get 2 cards, please, for pile 2? Look at that. There's 2 just snugged right up to each other. All right, we have patience. Love is patient and kind always. And love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. Okay, so what I'm picking up from your guides here is that not only are you in a place of solitude because you've been hurt in the past and you don't want to make your way out, okay, and be hurt again, I'm seeing that your guides have been patient with you, and that love is being patient with you as well while you figure this out, shed your old skin, and get ready to leave this solitude, okay? But you also are getting a message from your guides that you need to love who you are as well, that there's nothing unlovable about you, okay? That you're wonderful just the way you are, and that, yes, you are perfectly fine being who you are on your own. But your guides want you to know that you are also deserving of sharing the wonderfulness of you with someone else in a romantic relationship. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and pull some crazy, sexy love note cards. Okay. Unplug. This says recharge your soul batteries by unplugging from the digital world. Connect with yourself by disconnecting from distractions such as other people's to-do lists. Take a stroll. The best way to generate fresh and innovative ideas is to balance the virtual and natural worlds. The birds and the trees have just as much to teach you as the internet. Okay, so I'm getting a message from your guides to just unplug, take a walk, get back into nature. You never know, you might run into someone that you weren't expecting that way. Okay, pile twos. So let's go ahead and grab a card for you from Therapets and see what those have to say. This deck is rather large, so I kind of hold it at an odd angle to shuffle. We need just one of these for my pile twos, please. Every time you thought life would defeat you, you were wrong. Yes, so your guides are saying, again, to not be stubborn, okay? Because, don't be stubborn, because every time you thought that life was going to defeat you, you were wrong in the past. Your guides want you to know that this hurt is also in the past, and it's not going to keep repeating itself, and it's not going to, the solitude that you are partaking in isn't necessary at this time because you have learned already what you need to learn. It's time for you to shed old skin, let go of old habits, okay? Get yourself out there. A lot of times people look for romance on dating sites. I always say that it's better to get out and do things that you organically find entertaining on your own. So go out and take a class, watch a play, go to a group, an art group, a support group. Just take in whatever it is, get involved in charity groups that you like, but make it on your own terms and on your own interests, because that way you'll meet somebody organically and it isn't something you're forcing by like going on a dating site or using the internet to connect with people. Okay, let's go ahead and get one of these vintage wisdom cards for my pile two crew. Goodness gracious. Faith. Yes, your guides want you to have faith. They want you to put yourself out there, to let old hurts heal, and to just know that they've got your back. Okay, have faith that you're going to find, they know you're happy, but you're going to find even more. You really can have it all. It doesn't have to be just you and it just stays you so that you don't get hurt again. It can be somebody, you're a divine being that's deserving of love, is what your guides want me to say over and over and over again to you, pile two singles. Okay, so now that we've got those oracle cards all spread out, let's go ahead and take our romance angel oracle cards. And I'm going to draw like 5 or 6 of these for pile two, please. Guides of pile two. Can I get like 5 or 6 of these cards? And if they don't jump out, we'll just cut the deck and draw as many as we need that way. So we've got 3. Let's go ahead and take a look at these real quick. So we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Yes. Okay. So your guides again are coming through with this idea of don't hold out because of past hurts. True love is coming. Okay. This past hurt happened not so that you would stay stubborn and single forever. It was so that you would make room and learn this hard lesson to make room for this true love that is coming to you, pile twos. We also have religious factor. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, this could be, I feel this not for all of you, but for some, okay? Your guides are coming through saying, don't let that be a factor in keeping you from finding love, okay? love is love. God doesn't care what religion you both are, okay? And if you're like just looking at religious sites, some of you go ahead and unplug and just go out organically, take in things from a different perspective, and just let yourself find whoever you find, okay? No pressure. And then your guides also want to give your relationship a chance and work on partnership. So they're also saying, yeah, to give it a chance, to give romance a chance. I'm going to put this over here. Don't be stubborn, okay? To let things come as they come, and don't worry about freaking out and breaking up or not even starting something because you're afraid of that past hurt. Okay, let's get a few more cards for my pile twos. So I'm seeing a lot of, there's a relationship coming to you, pile twos, and maybe some of you are already aware, maybe you're already kind of seeing somebody, and you're afraid that you don't see the whole picture. You can't always see the whole thing with someone, pile twos, and your guides want you to know that. They want you to know that they've got your back, you're protective, have faith, you're protected by them, have faith in what they have to give you, and love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yeah, remember that you're deserving, okay? Don't sit there and think, oh, I'm single and nobody wants me, okay? There's no truth to that. And your guides also want you to know that you need to let go of some control issues and allow this situation to unfold naturally. Again, with that stubborn streak, pile twos, they want you to, again, let love happen organically for you. Let yourself go, let yourself love, let yourself be loved. Those are the messages that I'm getting for pile twos. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. If you have comments on how this resonated with you, please leave them in the comment section. Also, like and subscribe if you liked how this went, and leave me comments on readings you'd like to see in the future. Thank you so much, pile twos. We will see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, pile three. So if you picked this pile, here is your singles romance reading. I'm going to get you one card out of here for your power card. The Seven of Wands. So with the Seven of Wands, I'm already sensing this sort of defensive energy, pile number three, when it comes to you and romance, that maybe you feel like you have to constantly check out the competition, check out threats to you, be on the defensive for people in general. So let's look at these Starman Tarot cards and see what your guides have to say for pile three. So I need about 4 cards from this deck for pile three. 4 cards for singles in pile three. More pigs if I could. Okay, so what we've got right off the bat, pile threes, we have the Death card. We have the Sacred Clown, also known as the Fool. We have the Moon. And we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so singles in pile three. What I'm getting from you is this almost like foolhardy, and I'm starting to pick up with your power card as well. See how this figure is checking out all those different wands, right? and not sure which one to pick. A lot of times with Seven of Wands, you feel ganged up on, but you have the higher ground, and it means that you're going to be victorious. This to me shows that this particular figure is looking for the right one, okay, but hasn't quite decided. It's like they've got this one they're not willing to let go of, but they're also like, ooh, what's this over here? So I'm seeing with this Fool card and with this Death card is this idea of constantly worrying about if you commit to something, is the right one going to pop up and you'll be regretful of your decision. Pile threes is what I'm getting from some of you. I'm also getting that because of this, some of you in this pile maybe have deceived others. Okay, so maybe you've seen more than one person at once. Or perhaps you started seeing somebody while you were with someone else, but you were planning on breaking up with that person, and so you kind of had started seeing this new person to have to fall back on while you cleaned up with this other person. I'm seeing this constant foolhardiness, like push towards change all the time, or looking for something new. Because this might not work out the way you want it to. Okay, so I'm seeing some commitment issues. Okay, I'm also seeing that for a lot of you, this is choosing between two things, either choosing between two people that you're seeing, or choosing between like this relationship and like your career, this relationship and your single life, this relationship and the life that you've created for yourself without that person. Okay, this is a general reading, but I am seeing that there's some hesitance to choose which person, which relationship, which commitment that you're looking for. Okay, and if you found this pile, I assume you probably understand what I'm saying even better than I do. Pile threes is this idea that, you know, wanting your cake and having, you know, getting to eat it too, kind of idea of things are in constant motion, and you know this, and it's a realistic idea. But this idea of just like running full tilt into a relationship and then being like, oh, wait, over here, this looks pretty good. Okay. And this could be romantic relationships, but it could also be like a romantic relationship in balance with a job, or a romantic relationship in balance with a group of friends that you're not willing to let go of. Okay. It is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards for my pile threes and get some more clarification on the romance for my singles for pile three. I'm looking for about 3 cards from this deck. If we get them, we get them. If we don't, I'll cut the deck and get them myself. Here's one. We have Calypso. Let's try to get. Ooh. We have Illusion. And we have Quietude. Okay, so with Calypso over here, I'm going to go off the imagery that I see from this card and then go ahead and look up Calypso and see if that resonates with any of you. What I'm seeing is this like dark shadowed figure looking over their shoulder, shrouded by night. I'm getting like a strong vibe like I got from the Moon card of this keeping yourself in the shadows, keeping yourself single, keeping yourself from getting too close to people in case something better comes along, is something that a lot of people in this pile have been doing for a long time. And that your guides want you to know that this type of lifestyle is an illusion, okay? That you can't maintain it the way that you've been going. That this whole idea is an illusion. Like I'm getting this sense that a lot of you are thinking like, I'm young, I don't need to commit right now. I'm not hurting anyone, etc., etc. I'm picking up from your guides that there is some self-deception on your part. Okay, pile threes, and that there is an illusion based around this idea that you have of romance. Okay, and your guides are kind of calling you out on that, if that makes sense. So, with that, your guides are asking you to be still and to accept their guidance, okay, and to be smart in the way that you are conducting your life, okay, and to, I'm hearing quiet down or settle down is what I'm hearing for some of you, okay. I'm getting a party sense for some, like some of you don't want to leave the party life that you've been living or the freedom of that life to settle down in a relationship is also what I'm getting for some. Okay, let's go ahead and get some crazy sexy love notes and get some advice from them. I only need one of these, please, guides. Yes, listen. Okay. Are you talking more than you're listening? Do you finish people's sentences for them? Shush. True connection is about how we make people feel and whether or not we're being open and present. Life is communicating with you, dear one. An important message is trying to get through. Let go of your fear of not being heard. You'll get your chance. For now, just listen. Interesting that we got the listen and the quietude card right next to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. Pile threes. Yeah, your guides want you to be quiet, settle down, and listen to them because there's some self-deception going on with how you've been living your life. And your guides don't want you to miss out on this important phase of your life's journey, which is to find love. Okay, so they want you to come out of the shadows, to let them shed light on your situation and choose to listen to them. Okay, and to quiet down and settle down. All right, let's look at Whispers of Love oracle cards and see what those have to say for pile three. I only need about 2 of these. Guides of pile three. Here's one. We have get to know each other, learn to meet another's need for love. 44 is the number on that card. And then we also have one more for this pile, please, guides. Here we go. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Okay. Number 18. Good. Okay, so pile threes. Again, this is coming through very strong. Your guides are saying that you need to not just run around and play the field or date or just have fun and be friends with people and not actually commit to anyone. Your guides are saying that it is time to get to know someone, to learn to meet another's need for love, not just your own, okay? To learn to nurture someone else and not just look for constant change and for constant one-ups on your current situation, okay? To be quiet and watch and wait and listen and to embrace your own emotions, okay? So I think that by this idea of playing the field or being the single person and not letting love in or not choosing love over what else you've got going on is denying yourself that you do have these emotional needs that your guides are saying you aren't looking at, pile three. So let's go ahead and get some Therapets advice. And generally you'll see an animal that might speak to you in a spiritual way. But we only need one from this deck. Guides of pile three. Thank you. You are strong enough. Yes, your guides are saying that you are a unique unicorn, pile threes. You are good enough on your own, but they're saying you are strong enough also to be vulnerable and to accept love. Okay, this idea that you can't is an illusion only. Okay, and it's time to start opening up that heart. Maybe work on your heart chakras. Okay, pile threes. and just let yourself open up to even the prospect of love. Let's get some vintage wisdom oracle advice. I just need one of these guides, please. For pile 3. Perception. Yes, this idea of staying single and how it's just this great way to be is a matter of your perception, okay? And this idea that being tied down by love, or that love is a way to get hurt, or that love is not worth your time, is also an illusion on your part, your guides are saying, and that you are strong enough to share yourself with someone. All right, let's pull some angel cards for you. I only need 3 or 4 of these guides. Looks like we got a whole little stack here for you. All right, so your guys are saying keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from the usual type of expectations that you have of them. Finances and career are a factor in your love life right now. Okay, so that might be something some of you are having a hard time letting go of and choosing love. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Yes, you are a fun person, pile 3s. So go out and flirt. You don't have to find the love of your life or get married. Your guys are just saying that there's something to be enjoyed out there besides just what you've been doing, okay? Deception. Someone was wearing a false self mask in this relationship. In this particular case, pile 3, your guides are speaking to you. This is a self-deception. This could be the one. Yes, don't let the way that you've been living take away from the chance of having something wonderful. And engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. It is time for you to start moving into this idea, pile 3s. So this is what I'm picking up for you. Let go of this old self, start opening yourself up to new ideas. Don't deceive yourself and be ready. You are strong enough to love. That is what I'm picking up for you. Please like and subscribe if you liked this reading. Give me a comment on how this resonated with you. Also, comments on future topics is always acceptable. I hope you have a wonderful day, pile 3. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, pile number 4. So if you picked this pile, here is your power card to start you off. Pile 4 singles. What kind of romance advice do we have for pile number 4? Oh my, Ace of Pentacles. This has got to be one of the most benevolent cards in the entire deck. It's one of the ones, whether it comes out upside down or right side up, I take it as a good omen regardless. So that is off to a great start. It basically means that you have the whole world in the palm of your hands, okay? Money, possessions, abundance, anything that has to do with earthly stuff. So earthly relationships, earthly wealth, earthly health, all of that good stuff, okay? That is all encompassed with this particular card, pile 4. So let's go ahead and get some more tarot for you. And this is the Starman Tarot. I would like to have about 4 cards for pile 4. All right, thank you. All right, pile 4, we have the 2 of Wands. We have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. We also have the 9 of Cups. And lastly, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so pile 4. Let me focus on these for just a moment. Okay, so what I'm getting from this pile is that romantically, pile 4s, you've been very preoccupied with juggling work, okay, and like career, some kind of passion that you have that takes up a lot of your time is kind of taking your focus as far as your personal life goes. So with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles is very much a card about working. Since it's Pentacles, it is related to money and earthly possessions. It could also be related to health. But in this particular instance, it's usually a picture of somebody working on something over and over and over again repetitively. In this case, Lily has come to see you, pile 4s. That is a good luck sign when the cats come in to visit. And when you hear those little noises, those are rocks on the table or crystals tumbling along. There she goes. All right, so pile 4s. With that being said, I see this repetitive business or this repetitive work, but with it in the reverse, I'm seeing almost like a stagnation or a boredom with it, okay, or that it's kind of served its purpose with you, pile 4. I'm also seeing from your guides the Nine of Cups, which is basically what I would call the wish card, okay? They're basically saying to you, pile 4, that you don't need to let romance pass you by. There goes Lily again. My apologies. She loves to hop in and just derail readings, but I always take it as a sign of good luck. So, that being said, the wish card is usually a very good omen card, the Nine of Cups, okay? The Five of Pentacles shows usually two huddled figures in the cold, feeling neglected by society. In this case, I feel like you, those of you in pile 4, that a lot of you feel like you're so busy with this kind of stuff that you're doing with your career or with whatever this thing is other than romance that takes up a lot of your time, okay? That you don't have the time to enjoy or to even wish for, okay, this extra part in your life or this extra blessing in your life. And your guides are saying that that's not true, that you actually have the ability to have it all, okay? Looks like because you are well established in career that you probably have money. It looks like you are a self-sufficient person, okay? Those of you in pile 4, but I'm also seeing this like steadfast loneliness of your own making, that you don't think you have the ability to break this cycle that you're stuck in and have both things, okay? But your guides, I believe, are saying that you can. So let's get a little more clarification for your situation with the Primrose and Prose Oracle deck. I've been trying to get about 3 of these for each pile. Guides of pile number 4. If I don't get any to pop out, I will simply split the deck, but it looks like these 3 are slippity sliding around on top. So we'll take that as a sign and grab this. So we have Capricorn. We also have, Solitude. Interesting. Another group got this card as well. And then we also have Acumen. Okay. So let's start off with the Capricorn card. So with this particular card, Um, pile number fours. I'm seeing this. Notice how its little face and how its whole body is pointing this way, the same direction that I see this pointing out as well. Um, yeah, the Capricorn sign is a very grounded individual, okay? And I'm picking up that this is your energy, pile four, that you're a grounded person, you're well schooled in your career or whatever skills that it is that brings you abundance, okay, in your own personal finances, okay? But because it keeps you so busy, because it's such a demanding field, whatever it might be, for all the different people that are in this particular pile. It seems that you think that it's taking up too much of your time and that you don't have time for romance. As far as you being a positive person, this is kind of not so much out of character for you. You don't seem to be brooding over the fact that you're not experiencing love because of this abundance that you have in career or whatever other group situation or time frame that you're in that's taking away from your romantic life. But you do seem to think that that's the only reason why you can't have it all, okay? But you are unaware, your guides are saying with this Capricorn card. Capricorn is kind of a the type of person that, like, they're not necessarily social, but they touch a lot of lives. Does that make sense? A lot of people notice you, whether you realize it or not. Okay. And whether you partake in that attention or not, that Capricorn energy, it touches a lot of people. And you're a positive person. You are seen as well grounded, down to earth, and that you have good intuition, pile four people. Okay. And because you are so well rounded and grounded, it also kind of gets in the way with your romance because you seem so in touch with what you need. People assume that possibly you're not interested in them, because if you were, you would have no problem being confident and popping up and letting them know. Does that make sense? And so you may be missing out on some prospects in your relationships, friendships, and romantic, because other people see you as having it all, and that if you wanted romance, you would go out and get it, or you would let that person know, right, that you're interested. And the guides are telling me that that's not the case, that you actually don't put yourself out there because you think that you don't have time, okay, because of this commitment that you have in your career or in whatever else that you're doing that takes up a lot of time besides romance. Okay. As far as Capricorn also goes, um, there's a blindness element. See how it has little white eyes? Okay. There's this idea that you're not seeing what you need to see, that your guides are saying that you're focused so much on this whole energy of what you need to do that you're not seeing that everything is at your feet. All of your wishes are right there waiting to happen. And your solitude that you're choosing is an illusion. It is something that you're choosing on your own. You don't have to choose it. Okay. They're saying that it is possible to have more. With the Acumen card, notice the little moths around the bottom of this little black cat. Okay. That to me speaks of transformation. Okay. They look like moths to me and not necessarily butterflies. That also to me speaks of this idea of, looking for a number, but I don't see one. This idea of nighttime, okay, that maybe there's something happening at night, like maybe there's a night class you should be taking, maybe there is some sort of meeting that is going to occur at night that is going to actually help you, okay, with your love life. The Acumen card basically means that there's mischief involved, there's cunning involved. We have the cat, okay, its sharp little eyes mean that this blindness, that energy that I'm getting from this card, again, your guides are saying that these are illusions. Your solitude and your blindness to this situation is an illusion, okay? That you're blind to this idea that you can have whatever you want. You can have romance and maintain what you've been maintaining with the success in your life, okay? They're saying not to cheat yourself out of something because you don't think you have the time. Pile 4. Sorry, I'm having a hard time finding my words. You're not always sure that you're ready for love because of all the things that you have to consider with all of these prior arrangements that you have and all of these prior commitments that you have in your professional life, okay? And maybe your social life as well. Like maybe it's a prior commitment to your family or friends, okay? It might be a prior commitment to your health. Like maybe you're a health nut and you don't have time to get out and date because you're too busy getting in shape or something like that. You need to embrace change is what this card is saying, okay? Like I said, this transformation. You need to embrace this idea that like you can't keep going in the way you're going forever by yourself. Like it's not just going to keep being this way forever. And you're being blind to these new venues that are opening up for you, these new wishes. Look at all these things that are available to you, your guides are saying, and you're not seeing them, okay? If that makes sense to you. Also, you need to accept the fact that with change comes surprise and that that's okay. I think there's this sense that you're so used to patterns and having everything being accounted for and doing lists in your sleep kind of deal that you can account for everything that's going to happen, and so you don't have time for a relationship because those are unpredictable, and letting people into your lives is unpredictable. And your guides are saying to let that go, and that there's this grace that comes with change, okay? And that you're ready for all of this to come to you, okay? To embrace what is going to come to you now. Does that make sense, pile 4s? I'm sorry that I'm having a hard time speaking right now. Let's go ahead and pull my shoes are squeaking under the desk if you hear that. Let's pull some crazy, sexy love notes for some more clarification. I only need about one of these guides of pile 4. Just help me get one. Okay, since this flipped over, let's go ahead and take this. Yes, reconsider your commitments. Let's look at this. Reconsider your commitments. So this says, have you piled so much on your plate that there's little room for you? Identify what truly matters and graciously decline the rest. There's a universe of meaningful opportunities on the other side of no. In fact, every no makes space for the perfect yes. Your freedom is closer than you think. Okay, this makes so much more sense, piles 4. Okay, so what I'm seeing now with the reverse of the 8 of Pentacles is that not only are you working too much, you're working too hard. Okay. And you're not just preoccupied with that. You're working so hard that you don't have time to see. Okay. And you need to start saying no. You're working too hard because you're saying yes to too many things. That makes sense. You need to start saying no to these non-romantic commitments. Okay. This is a general reading, so it's not always going to be career for all of you. For some of you, it's family. For some of you, it's a group that you're involved in. Some type of personal involvement that you have with something that takes up a lot of your time, okay? Your guides are saying that you need to reconsider your commitments and make room for romance. So some of you might already be seeing someone and they might already be disappointed a little bit in where things are going because you're not giving them what they need yet, possibly in some cases, okay? Your guides are saying it's time to say no to some of these less romantic commitments and saying yes to romantic and emotional and self-care. Okay, that's what's coming through from your guides. So let's get some Whispers of Love Oracle cards. I want to get about 2 of these for pile 4, please. Okay. Thank you. Let's see what we can see here. We have take a chance on love. See, When we love, our lives are changed forever. Okay. And your guys are saying, don't be scared of that change. And the number 23 might be significant to some of you. Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. Some of you, I feel, are afraid of this change, pile fours, and your guides are saying, please don't. Okay, that they've got your back, that this is something that was meant to happen. You weren't meant to stay in solitude forever. Okay. We also have choose choose love. You always have choice. Make yours with love. See, okay. And like again, they're saying to choose love. Number 21, choose love. Okay, pile fours. Your guides are saying that it's time to put that as a priority, that you've prioritized this other non-romantic stuff long enough. You're not going to lose any face by focusing on self-love or relationships, okay, and all that stuff that feels good. So work on your heart chakras. I'm getting that for all the piles, all the singles piles. Work on your heart chakras, opening those up, okay, and your sacral chakras as well. You need to open yourself up to personal pleasure and to allow yourself to love with your heart chakras. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some therapet advice. I only need one of these guides of pile 4. All right, since those hopped out, we'll take the top one on this little pile that jumped out. We have just do your best. It will be enough. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm getting this sense that you're very hard on yourselves, pile 4s, about even making room for yourself, let alone a relationship. And your guides are saying that just do your best in these areas, but start saying no, you've done enough, and people are aware of that. You're not going to lose face because you're allowing time for yourself and for your relationships. Okay, pile 4s, put that there, and then let's get a vintage wisdom oracle card. We only need one of these for pile 4. We have reflection. Yeah, your guides want you to reflect on all the things that you've done up to this point, pile 4. There's no reason for you to feel like you're asking too much to take some time for yourself or to take some time for these romantic relationships, okay? Those of you who are worried about people seeing you differently because you've taken this time and made this decision, your guides are saying don't worry. You're not going to lose any face. You're not going to lose any respect, okay? And to take a chance and to have faith in your guides that you are not meant to stay in solitude forever, that this is all something that was divine timing on the part of your creator, and that you are right where you're supposed to be, and that it's time for you to start making time for romance. Okay, so this card from the Romance Angel Oracle cards popped up on the when I picked it up. It was just chilling there on the bottom. So let's go ahead and flip this over. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay, so what I'm picking up from this, from your guides, is that this particular partnership, whatever this is, and it might be an actual partnership for some of you, okay, that's like a non-romantic partnership. But what I'm picking up, collectively speaking across the board, is that you need to start separating yourself from this energy here and start pushing yourself towards moving out of solitude and into sky's the limit, transforming into somebody who takes a chance on love, somebody who chooses love, and somebody who puts love first, and that you're always just going to do your best, but that it's time to separate from this long partnership that you've had in this obligation. Okay, let's get some more Romance Angel cards for pile 4. I'm trying to pull the most out of these because they are romance specific. Ooh, Reconciliation for someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so this I feel is very specific for some of you. Let's put that over there. So some of you might be rekindling something with someone. That might be something you've wanted for a long time. I'm picking up for some of you. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so remember how I said some of these might not be career, some of these might be a family obligation type energy that's out of whack, right? That is definitely something I'm hearing for those in that pile. We have it as safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Good. Self-explanatory. Okay, it's time for you to move into this energy pile for us. Let's get one more or two more. Go with this chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah, I think that some of you might already be seeing someone and you've been fighting that. Okay, and then last but not least, every single, I don't know if every single one of your singles piles got this card, but at least 3 out of the 4. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Yes, there's nothing really you have to work to make this happen. Okay, pile 4s. All you have to do is just do your best with this, with what you're currently doing. All this other stuff is going to unfold naturally for you. Okay, so those are the messages that I'm getting for you. Remember always, the sky's the limit for you pile 4s. Your guides are really saying they've got your back. You really can have it all. Don't fight this romantic attachment if it's happening right now, okay? And just let go of that past energy that's blinding you from and keeping you away from this like wonderful abundance of love and career, you know, this balance that I see for you. So that is what I'm seeing for you pile 4s. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more. Comment on how this resonated with you pile 4s, and then also give me comments on readings you'd like to see in the future. Until next time, we will see ya. Have a good one. Bye bye.